A mother is not supposed to bury her son. It is not the way things are supposed to be. But that's why we're here. On Valentine's Day, 2025, David Gutierrez, 15 years old, went to Santana Row with his girlfriend. They were on a date. David wore red because it was Valentine's Day, and the 13-year-old minor stabbed David to death. The knife pierced David's heart and killed him. It didn't only pierce David's heart, it pierced the heart of his family and his friends and of all good people in our community. We understand in the DA's office that juvenile court's emphasis is on the rehabilitation of minors. That's a central tenet of juvenile law, and we agree with that in general, but there are exceptions. When a minor's actions demonstrate such extreme violence, then we must protect our community, and the focus shifts. We believe that the maximum sentence is the one that should be imposed, and the maximum sentence is 7 years in secure youth track. The minor who committed this horrible crime is now more than 14 years old, and we believe that the maximum commitment in juvenile is appropriate to provide the minor with an opportunity to rehabilitate himself, and therefore an opportunity upon release to no longer be a danger to the community. I wouldn't call today justice. I would say this was a small step in the right direction. I hope and pray that it gives David's family, David's mother, some small sense of peace, some sense that we in this community care deeply about our children. We care deeply about David, and we never ever want another family to have to suffer the way David's family has suffered. And of course, what we most wish, but that we can't do, is to bring David back. That's beyond our power to do. One of the things that happens in court over and over again, and it's just the nature of our system, is we spend a great deal of our time talking about the person that committed a terrible murder, and we spend not a lot of our time thinking about a nice boy that's 15 that's not going to have any of these options, that's not going to graduate from high school, that's not going to college, that's not going to get married. And that is the tragedy here. That's the tragedy, and our job now in the DA's office is to do everything we can to make sure that whenever this minor is released from custody, he doesn't hurt another person. And that is what we will be conveying to the judge, to give a sentence that at least gives this minor the time that's necessary to change his life. Whether he will or not, I don't know. I honestly hope he does, because we don't want to have press conferences like this.
I want to thank you guys for your support for me and my family and advocating for justice for my son. I want to talk about my son, David. He was a wonderful kid, a person full of love and happiness, and he was just taken too soon by a violent individual and his group of friends. It's a tragedy for me and my family that I don't know if we will ever be able to recover from it. But I feel like today the judge did the right thing. She was fair. It was very clear that David got attacked and killed for no reason. I want to thank the homicide detectives that brought these individuals to justice. They did a wonderful job. They apprehended everyone, and because of them, we're here today. I also want to thank the DA that did a very excellent job, and we're here with this verdict today because of him.
David is my nephew, but we grew up as siblings. And David was the most beautiful person that I had in my life. He was a friend, he was a brother, he was caring. And on February 14, he was taken from us. And this 13-year-old didn't just kill David, he killed our whole family. And it's very unfair what families have to go through, because you're not just mourning the loss of your loved one. You have to show up to court and hear the defense twist things around and make that loved one look like a bad person. But I'm proud to call myself David's sister. I'm always gonna hold my head high, knowing he was an amazing person. And I'm always gonna be proud of him at his young age of 15.